everybody, my name is Cindy. If you hear some weird background noises, that would be my AC on right now, so please excuse those noises. July was a great month for me. I read 4 out of the 5 books on my TBR. I am happy about that. So let's do a wrap up of all the books I read. An Ember in the Ashes by Sabasa here. Book 1 in the Ember in the Ash series. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely love this book so much. I did a book talk of this book a couple of weeks ago. I will link that below for you guys to check out. This book was just amazing. The character development was done beautifully. I liked how each character had their own background story without really depending on one another. Although I do not agree to the love triangles that the author had. I felt that one of the love triangle was not really necessary for the story. I can't wait for book 2 in this series because I want to know what is gonna happen next. Amy's and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. This is the debut novel of Morgan Matson, I believe. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. This was a very nice book to read for summer because it was very different from the other stories I read where it is about rebellion, fighting, and freedom. This is just a book about 2 person named Amy and Roger who is on a road trip to find out what they want in their life. They are on a journey. I really liked how there were little pictures in here. Nice pictures. There was little pictures also. There were like song playlists, and then I was able to recognize that on each playlist I know at least one of the songs. So that was very cute. The playlist and the drawing made me feel as though I was actually on the road trip with Amy and Roger. This is a great book to read in the summer for those of you who do not have the opportunity to go on a road trip with your loved ones. The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd, book 1 in the Madman's Daughter series. This book was so fun to read. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. It was gothically fun to read, if that makes sense. I liked how there was some dark themes in it. I liked how there was some goth romance and some horror in it as well. I really applaud the author for her use of medical terminology. It seems like she knows what she was talking about when she was mentioning the different anatomy part of the body. I can't read. There is indeed a love triangle in this book as well, although I kind of figure out who Juliet is gonna choose because it's kind of obvious, even though everyone else is saying how, oh, the love triangle is uneven. It's not uneven. There is an obvious choice that she has chosen from day 1 already. She just had to make sure her choice was correct to know that, hey, she really loved this guy rather than just, thinking, hey, it's love at first sight rather than I have fallen in love with you for such a long time kind of scenarios. Whenever I read this book, I will always get a goosebump because that was how scared and drawn into the book I was. This is kind of my first horror book I've read so far, so I'm thrilled. I can't wait to read book 2, Her Dark Curiosity. If you have not watched my book haul in July, I bought it, so I will start that book hopefully in August. Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, I gave this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. This book is so far my favorite book of Morgan Madsen. It was fun to read, has very enjoyable moments. I liked how in Since You've Been Gone, Morgan Madsen kept the whole music playlist that she introduced in Amy's and Roger Epic Detour in this. So I was able to actually have songs. I was actually able to know what songs that Emily and Frank were listening to. I really enjoy this book because I love to read stories where characters are breaking out of their bubbles. Being in your comfort zone is nice and comforting enough, but it's not all fun at all. You gotta break out of that bubble to have some fun and experience life. That is what Emily experienced in this book. Whenever I think of the title of this book, I want to immediately burst out singing the song by Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone. So, since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the last time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, I'm gone. Since you've been gone. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. I'm a music junkie, so if something kind of rhymes with the music lyrics, I break out in a song. I don't know about you, but have you guys noticed how Amy's and Roger's, and then in Since You've Been Gone, somehow the characters are somewhat alike? They are each on their own journey to understand what they want to do with their life and how they are going to handle their situation. By the way, character will be briefly mentioned in Since You've Been Gone, so it's very nice how there's a little crossover of the character. That's Morgan Madsen's way of saying how these characters live in the same universe and very similar timeline. The only thing I have to say about Morgan Madsen books are the endings are just a really big question mark. Unlike most authors who tend to just answer most of the questions that they set out on, and they either give readers a happy ending or they give a very sad ending. Morgan Madsen, on the other hand, just gives reader a very open-ended kind of ending. It is up to the readers to actually figure out what is going to happen with the character, or it's just her way of saying life is not a book in that there is happy ending and sad ending. It is really up to us to interpret the ending as sad or happy. Have you read any of these books? What are your thoughts of them? Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. Make sure to check out my recent Talk Thursday video that I uploaded last Thursday. I will see you soon, guys, in an upcoming videos. Bye!